So this is getting really aggravated because the Dragon Ball Super manga keeps adding things that don't need to be added to this story, and the newest reveal from the draft pages, from the leaks that just came out, they don't bode well for the rest of the Dragon Ball Super manga in general, to be honest with you, or the story of the Dragon Ball Super anime, and let me explain why. In Dragon Ball Super Chapter 96, we got some leaks that give us exactly how the chapter is supposed to go, but different from what happened with the last leaks, where we basically just get a rundown of the movie that we all saw a year ago. This time, we actually got some leaks of conversations and things that are happening behind the scenes that we were not given any information on in the past. So good on you, Dragon Ball Super's manga. You guys are giving us things that are brand new and an arc that you've already told us about. So yeah, good job. GG. And I know if you forgot already, like, we are in the part where Gohan is facing off against the Gammas and Piccolo is also there. So yeah, we're like an hour and some change into the movie right now. If you're feeling like you're getting burned out from the Dragon Ball Super manga, this is the reason. This is dragging on for months now, and it's just way too much. Everything that we're getting right now is from the perspective of Goten, Trunks, and Bulma, and this is after Bulma, you know, gets the BBL. Bulma is really upset with Goten and Trunks because Goten and Trunks were involved in this hero activity before, which she didn't want Trunks to be in, but now really she has no choice but to let him join in. But Trunks is surprised that Dr. Hito's androids would be this powerful, seeing as how, like, he fought the predecessor androids and they were not this strong, which is hinting at the fact that without the Red Ribbon Army's resources and funds, none of this would be possible. Like, Dr. Hito could not have made androids of this caliber without any of their help. So if you had a lot of money to spend in the creation of androids or super beings, then, you know, you could possibly create brand new warriors or a hero organization of androids that could protect the planet while Goku and Vegeta and the rest of them are doing everything else, which is interesting to think about because remember, at the end of the Dragon Ball Super movie, Dr. Hito actually tries to get employed with Bulma. Now, I don't know if it's going to happen in this one, but he is employed with Bulma, so is he going to be making good androids in the future? Because Capsule Corporation has way more resources than I would guess where the Red Ribbon Army had. And this is the part for me that does not work at all and has serious ramifications for the rest of the Dragon Ball Super story, and that is the placement on Piccolo's power. In the anime, in the movie, I'm going to call it the movie anime, it's the same exact thing. We got to see Orange Piccolo. We got to see this new transformation be wished upon Piccolo in times of need. I made an entire video talking about the power behind Piccolo's transformation. Well, in this, we are hinted at that Goten and Trunks not being able to really tell Piccolo's ki or sense it or understand it could hint at the fact that Piccolo is in possession of God ki. Like, you know, that ki that only God level beings are supposed to have, and God level beings are in a completely other step than everybody else. At this point, it feels like God ki, it is almost like the Super Saiyan God transformation. It's almost like Super Saiyan 3. It doesn't really mean anything because all these beings that have God ki are being completely blitzed by beings that do not have God ki. Like, say, Jiren does not have God ki as far as we know. Frieza doesn't have God ki as far as we know. Broly doesn't have it. Those three right there have faced off against God ki level opponents and have come out at least on the other side in a way better state or won. And then you have Gohan, who doesn't have God ki. At least right now we are thinking he doesn't, but they could change this, and that's where the problem lies. That, you know, he also didn't have it, and Piccolo also did not have it, and he was already becoming that strong. I liked the fact that we were digging deep into the Namekian roots to find him a transformation that was on par with, say, Broly and all these other non-ki having users that could be at that level of Goku and Vegeta without having the God ki. We need God ki to have some sort of advantage or distinction that gives it a buff, gives it something that has an edge over everybody else, because right now it doesn't mean anything, and that's the sad part. if they are hinting at the fact that Goten and Trunks cannot feel Piccolo's ki because he has God Ki, now Piccolo has God Ki for no reason, meaning that God Ki can just be wished upon by the dragon, which is exactly how Piccolo got his powers. He got his powers by Shenron being gracious and giving him a new transformation and a little extra. He doesn't really go into detail on what a little extra means, but he gives him a little bit extra is what he says. But he never says anything about God Ki, and if you can just wish God Ki on people with Shenron, that opens up a whole can of worms for the entirety of Dragon Ball Super. Like, who's gonna get God Ki next? Krillin? Who's gonna... Yeah, I know, I had to throw him in there. But, like, you know, I'm serious. Like, who's gonna get God Ki first? Does everybody get God Ki? But here is where I feel like with these translations, and I'm not trying to jump on them too much, I feel like the translations themselves are kind of funny. And actually, Trunks and Goten may be a little bit biased here with their sensing, because in the translation itself, they are supposed to be trying to find Piccolo, but they can't. I mean, that could also be because they are not, like, they haven't been training, so maybe they can't feel his ki, or maybe the ki that Shenron gave him is a little bit different or weird or whatever the case is. But then Bulma says, no, that's Dende's ki, so maybe they are getting two Namekians mixed together or mixed up together, which opens up another can of worms that, I mean, like, come on, guys. Anyway, these are the leaks. Let me know what you guys think. But yeah, this is insane, man. Give God Ki a meaning.
Prepare yourself.